It's just about 6 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. I'm Kimberly D'Souza. Now, the Digicel Foundation is turning 10 this year, and to kick things off, they will be having, or the foundation rather, is going to be issuing a call for applications for the EPIC project. And so here to tell us more about this is the operations manager at Digicel Foundation, Ms. Cindy Ann Currency. Ms. Currency, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, the EPIC program, it sounds epic. Tell us how epic it is.
EPIC is an acronym, and it actually stands for Extraordinary Projects Impacting Communities. So we launched EPIC in 2016, and since then we've had like over 120 projects impacting about 51,000 people in Trinidad and Tobago. And it has been an investment of 4.5 million TT dollars just in EPIC, just in this part of grant funding that we've issued over the years. As you said, we're turning 10 this year, and we're really excited about it. The actual birthday is in July, but we're celebrating an entire year of being 10. And to kick things off, we're going to do our call for applications. Now, this call for applications, we're looking for registered nonprofit organizations to apply for funding. This is $100,000 in funding, but we are looking for 10 groups because we're turning 10, right? So
of course.
10 groups for grant funding at $100,000. This is $1 million TT dollar investment in just this particular initiative, which is just one of the many things that we'll be doing to celebrate our 10-year anniversary.
Because that was going to be my question. Is it going to be $100,000 per group, or is it going to be $100,000 for the entire thing? But it's per group.
Yeah, so it's $100,000 per group. When we launched EPIC initially, the grant was a small grant. It was 35,000 TT dollars. And I mean, community groups have done, they really blew us out of the water in doing so much with that $35,000 grant. And last year we decided, let's see if we can increase that grant amount to see if that will also increase impact and the types of projects you'll receive. And so we tried the 100,000, and that was really successful. So we decided, okay, we only did 4 grants at 100,000 last year. Let's do 10 to celebrate 10. So it's definitely 100,000 per group, and we're looking for 10 groups to partner with.
Now, apart from it being a group, it has to be a group, so somebody can't just walk off the street and say, listen, I have an idea and I want to actually apply for this funding.
I think every time I talk about this grant funding, I get that question.
Of course.
No. So what we do encourage you to do, though, if you are just a regular person and you do have a really great idea to impact your community, to transform your community space, find a nonprofit group in your community. I can tell you, even though I don't know where you live, a group exists. Right? We're also open to working with faith-based organizations. Once those projects don't exclude anybody, they must be open to the entire community. So we are encouraging citizens. We have some private sector companies as well. It might be the person with the parlor down the road that has an idea. Find a group in your community that you can work with, collaborate with them, give them that support, and then be a part of that transformative project. So only registered groups with a bank account in the group's name. The group, of course, must be an active group. And of course, you have to provide us with your registration details and your banking information, etc., to show that you have a proper governance structure and all of these things. Because it's $100,000, it's a lot of money, and there is a level of transparency and accountability that's required.
Now, in terms of the scope of the project, what is the foundation looking for?
Okay, so our 10-year theme is really a decade of transformation, and EPIC has kind of taught us that it's been transformative projects. So we are looking for projects that can transform an indoor or outdoor space within a community. In the past, we've gotten project proposals or applications to upgrade play parks, basketball courts, to maybe start a computer lab in a community, things like that. So it must be an actual space in the community that you are upgrading, refurbishing, developing, and it can be an indoor space or an outdoor space. So we are looking for projects of that nature. The project itself must be implemented within 8 to 12 weeks. Right? We do not want this going on for an entire year, so 8 to 12 weeks. It used to be 6 to 8 weeks. We've added on a few more weeks just because it's $100,000. And we are looking for projects that really, really transform. So we want to see some innovation. We want to see collaboration as well. I encourage all of the NGOs, who are listening and watching today to reach out to your councillors, reach out to the MP's office, reach out to other nonprofits in the community. I do as much as you can to collaborate so that whatever you produce, whatever your project is, it really is a transformative experience for the people in your community.
Now, while applications are open, when is the deadline date to submit this project idea?
Well, we open applications on the 4th of May and we are going to close it up on the 31st of May. So we have just a bit more time. I'm seeing the applications coming in, they're trickling in, but I know that, and again, this is just by experience, over the weekend, we're going to get that last rush of applications coming in. So the application will close, the link will actually close up on, is it Tuesday, is it 31st at midnight. So groups have up until then to submit their application. The application process is an online application. You can find the actual application linked on our social media pages, and we're Digicel Foundation TT on both Instagram and on Facebook. We can also email it to you. So if you want, you can leave a comment there or send a direct message, and somebody from our team will then send the application form. It can also be found on our website at digicelfoundation.org. And again, it's an online application. So really think about it. Have your collaborators on board with you, have your budget and everything ready. This is $100,000. Be very intentional, about this particular process. It's going to be competitive. We will only select 10 projects and we will look for the 10 best projects. And of course, this is open to Trinidad and to Tobago.
So that was my next question. I mean, what exactly will the foundation be looking for? So is it going to be innovation, probably how sustainable the project is, that sort of thing?
I feel like you're stealing my thunder today, right? So yes, sustainability is on our list. It's like actually the number one thing on our list. So that's why we're asking you to reach out to partners and collaborate, because we want to know that whenever you've developed or established whatever this project is, and that $100,000 funding is over, that this can continue. So collaborate as much as you can. We are looking for innovation. We are looking for sustainability. And innovation, when I say that, I know people always think about creating something new, but innovation also means making something better. So what is happening in your community? What spaces do you have at the moment that you can add some funding to make this experience? We're also looking for things that really meet your beneficiaries where they are at. So it's really, and that's why it's not an individual project, it's a community project. So think about the people that you are going to serve and what are some of their needs, and is this project going to meet their needs? Like all projects, we expect that your project either solves a problem, addresses an issue, or creates an opportunity. So if there is a way for the community to generate an income or any kind of sustainable elements like that, those things are really attractive to our board of directors and our selection committee, who will be the ones shortlisting the 10 projects.
Now, earlier on, you would have mentioned transparency. Is there a way that the foundation is going to check in to ensure that the money is being put to good use?
So we like to tell ourselves we aren't sponsors, right? We are partners. So when you are shortlisted and we reach out to you and we start that engagement process, we are a very robust partner. It's not going to be me showing up with a big check, we're smiling, we're sending a press release to the media, and then it's over. No, we are very involved in the project. We do regular site visits. We meet with the groups regularly because sometimes there is some capacity building that's needed. Sometimes they do need that extra support, and our team, that's exactly what we do. So these projects, we feel like we're part of these projects because we have to update on it quite regularly. So we work with the groups. We also do background checks. We walk around, we talk to each other. The donor industry is pretty small. And so it's easy to reach out to somebody and ask them, hey, have you worked with this group before? Or another community group, etc. And sometimes within the application form, we do ask, do you have experience in implementing projects of this nature? So there's information within the application process that gives us an insight to the group and the type of capacity that it has, but we also walk with you throughout the entire implementation process, from beginning to the end.
Now, can you give us at least 2 examples of some people who may have been selected before? I mean, what was the scope of their projects?
Okay, so I can take you to Tobago, which our most recent EPIC launches happened in the past maybe 6 weeks. And 4 groups in Tobago were awarded this EPIC grants in late February, early March. One group, 2 of them were police youth clubs. One did a hydroponics green farm. They actually had a greenhouse, and they used the funding to expand their hydroponics unit. And they already have a plan in terms of, selling it to the local hoteliers. There's a hospital nearby that they started talks with on how we can get this done. They've trained 30 youth farmers and given them a cycle so that they can then generate their own revenue and then start hydroponics at their home if they wanted to do that. So that's a really great idea in terms of food security, building capacity, empowering young people, and of course, it's a great business idea. The other group, they created a youth skills center, and within the skills center, there was a computer lab because they wanted to teach computer literacy, not just for the children in the community, but also for adults. And they had an entrepreneurship hub where they would teach barbering and hairdressing, and of course, give the young people an opportunity to make this into their chill spot so that they can earn some revenue as well that goes back into the community group and goes back into the wider community. Another group in Lowlands, Tobago, this is Women of Substance, they created a safe space for vulnerable women. It's more of an empowerment center. And this is a space where women can come, use the internet, sit down and have a chat. It's a lounge area. If they needed counseling, they would also provide that service. It's really just a lounge for you to feel at home and connect with other people. And they created that space with their funding. And the fourth group was the senior citizens. Actually, they are retired people. They're part of TTARP, and they created a senior activity center. They had the building, THA gave them the building, and they outfitted it. They put in, they did their electrical work, made sure that it was a safe space so that they can have their meetings and continue doing the work that they do because, they're very active when it comes to outreach, but also it's about them socializing with one another. So
Tobago
that's
was on the ball.
in terms of
a lot
ideas.
awesome projects.
And it is, and it's really exciting to see that the different segments in terms of the audiences, the senior citizens, youth, farmers, youth at risk, and of course, women who are in vulnerable situations. So that has been pretty exciting for us for the past 2 months to work with those groups in Tobago, and now we want to do it again, and let's see what it would be like now for these new groups. These 10 partners will come on this year.
Now, Ms. Currency, 10 years in existence, the foundation is celebrating, and you mentioned that it's actually going to be in July. So what other projects or how else is the foundation going to be celebrating this milestone?
No, why are you trying to steal my thunder? No. So we have some plans, and I really want to leave that opportunity. I'm bringing my CEO, Penny Gomez, for her to share those plans. So that this milestone is as much hers as it's ours. But we do have some really great ideas. I think it's just one, as I said. We are going to do something in our other large portfolio, which is in special needs. And that's a little secret that we're working on right now. So we're not ready to talk about it just yet. But it is going to be a project dedicated to persons with disabilities, working with some of the special schools that we have in Trinidad and Tobago and our partners there. We also do have some goodies for just Digicel customers, people that visit our store. We have some things in store for them. And the EPIC, the community grant, it's one big part of it as well. We do have some other technology-driven ideas that we will be sharing with other communities, in particular rural communities. But let me not steal that thunder from Penny, because I want her to come on to talk about those particular things. Yes. And we will be launching that and revealing it. But what I will tell you, though, our theme for 10 years, it's a decade of transformation. So we are celebrating the years gone by, and we are pretty much doing a toast for the years to come. And this year is really going to be amazing and exciting, and we're so grateful and honored and happy to reach this milestone because of our partnerships that we've had in the past. And we're just ready to celebrate. We're ready to celebrate and give back in the way that we always do.
It sounds as if you're ready to celebrate, and I'm happy to hear that. But before you go quickly, Ms. Currency, if anybody wants more information about the applications, is there a website or social media you can guide them to?
Yes. So right now, the application form, it's a link. It's on our social media pages. Our handle is Digicel Foundation TT, right? So you can find it on both Instagram and on Facebook. They can also direct message or leave a comment there. We check those pages every day, all day. So we'll also get back to you right away. You can email us directly at digicelfoundationtt@digicelgroup.com, right? I'll say that again, digicelfoundationtt@digicelgroup.com. Yes, it's on the screen. So you can send us an email directly, and we will get back to you right away. And then, of course, you can also visit our website, digicelfoundation.org. And when you go there, you can actually see the list of the 120 EPIC projects that we have supported over the past 5 or 6 years. Right? So you can get an idea of what the types of projects where they are located and the types of partners that we've had. So anybody again who's interested, you have to be a registered group. The project must be implemented between 6 to 12 weeks. It's $100,000 in funding, so really do a budget and collaborate as much as you can. We are looking for transformative projects, so projects that can create, develop, or establish an indoor or an outdoor space in your community. And we are really looking at your beneficiary reach. We want to know that as many people as possible have access to the space and will benefit from having it there.
Ms. Currency, thank you so much for joining us. And as you say, I think you're going to have to look out for those applications this weekend. So good luck on that.
Thank you so much. We're looking forward to it. And I mean, I'm encouraging the media as well. You know, if you do have an idea in terms of your specific community, reach out to a group nearby and help guide them and help them to put in an application form and then work with them on the project itself. We are really excited. We know a lot of people are out here doing great things. And this is just an opportunity for us to help facilitate that and just take that journey with them.
Thanks again, Ms. Currency. Have a great one.
Okay, take care. Thanks for having me.
And that was Ms. Cindy Ann Currency, the operations manager at Digicel Foundation, just sharing some details about the EPIC program. You're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.